All right, we ready. We got Mike Loudon in the building. What's up, Mike?
Hey, how you doing?
Say what's up to the people. What's up? What's up?
Hey, everybody, how you doing?
All right, Mike. So, Mike, let's tell everybody. What have you been born and raised in Farrell?
Raised in Farrell, born in New Jersey.
Okay. All right. So, when did you come over to Farrell from New Jersey?
I'm gonna say I was about maybe 6.
Okay, 6 years old. And how was that transition?
It wasn't bad. It was all right. We moved to Warren, Ohio.
Oh, no kidding.
Then from Warren we moved over here.
No kidding.
You know.
Okay. Do you remember anything about Warren?
Yeah, I remember the apartments we lived in,
School?
and
Did you attend school there?
yeah, we went to school there. Me and my sister. I can't think of the name of the middle. I want to say it's called Emerson Elementary. That's what it was called. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And you just have one sibling?
No, I got a few siblings. My dad got a few kids from a different marriage. My mom had a son, but it's just been me and my sister though.
Okay, you and your sister in the same
Yeah,
household?
yeah,
Okay, were you raised by your biological mom and dad?
yep.
Okay. All right. Now, what made you come from New Jersey to Farrell? Or to Warren first and then Farrell?
My dad, he was a car thief.
No kidding.
My dad was a car thief, so he'll steal cars from New Jersey. He's originally from West Virginia, though. So he'll steal cars in New Jersey, go to West Virginia. From West Virginia, he'll go to Akron. So he'll steal a car in Akron, go to a chop shop in West Virginia. From West Virginia, he hit them 3 spots. He had chop shops in all three of them. He got caught and did some federal time. When he came out, we moved.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, so he came out and you guys came over here. Then what happened?
We moved to Warren. From Warren, really, they did. My mom and dad didn't like it over there, so my grandparents lived in Brookfield. My
Oh,
mom's people. My mom's originally from Brookfield, so my grandparents lived in 117 Fruit Avenue in Farrell, and that's when we first moved to Farrell.
okay. And tell me about that experience moving to Farrell.
It wasn't bad. The first people I met was the Brodies, with Brian, Corey, and Sting. I lived right across the street from them, so it was the first crew that I met. It wasn't bad. I actually was just like normal, being normal. It wasn't nothing, no culture shock or nothing like that. It was just normal to me.
Yeah, because at that particular time, really, it was a blend. It's a blend of all people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you had Croatians, Serbians,
Italians,
Italians.
all that. Yep.
Yeah, well, it was a big blend. The steel mills were popping, and
Yep.
homes were beautiful, and all that, right?
Yep. My grandfather, he worked for Knee-High Bottling.
Okay.
My cousin and my uncle on my mom's side, they owned Knee-High.
No kidding.
Yeah, they own Knee-High. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, that's impressive. So, how'd your dad do once he got over here? Did he settle down
He
or?
did settle down. He wasn't doing nothing, no criminal stuff. He wasn't doing anything criminal.
Okay,
He
good.
found odd jobs and paint houses. He was good at remodeling houses and stuff like that.
Okay,
He did a lot of stuff like that.
good. Awesome. Awesome. Um, so you went to Farrell,
Yeah.
made some friends, got involved in sports.
Not in the school sports,
Okay.
but I lived across the street from a playground. When we moved on Fruit, after Fruit, my mom and them applied for the apartment, and we got Steel City.
Okay.
So that's where I was at from there till I graduated, and plus after that. So Steel City, Kedron's right across the street.
I was gonna say we talking Kedron
Yeah,
then, huh?
Kedron's right across the street. And first person I met when I went to Steel City was Dowdy, my boy Anthony Dowdy.
Okay.
He's with his cousin Yank, and I just so happened had on some cowboy boots. Yo, Yank still. Well, I'm a little kid though, you know. Yank still teases me to this day about that. Like, Mike, remember when I met you, had on them cowboy boots? And we just sit there and just laugh about it, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Mate, you was at the playground with the cowboy boots
Nah,
on?
nah. I was on my back porch.
Oh,
I ain't
okay,
even
I got
I
you.
ain't made Kedron yet. Like,
Oh, I got
it's
you.
like our first week down there.
I got you.
But it's just like, it wasn't no animosity. Nobody hated on us. It just, we was accepted.
Y'all just played,
We was
man.
accepted. We was accepted into the Steel City. Like, we never had no issues. We fought as kids coming up, little kid fights.
Mm-hmm.
But there wasn't no issues with no, like, my mom and them and other adults and stuff like that. Everybody got along. Everybody just accepted us when we moved in. That's why I was like, damn.
When did you learn that? When did you learn that you could play basketball? Because I happen to know that you could play basketball.
I was pretty good at one time, and it just, I don't know, it just came natural. When I really knew I can play, when other people was coming down, they didn't want me to play on their team at the BO club. They wanted me to go out of town and play with them and stuff like that. I was just an average player to me, I thought. Everybody kept saying this and saying that. So it was just,
Did they accept you at Kedron?
yeah,
At Kedron?
yeah. I got played with a lot of older guys,
Okay.
like Mo Man, Rob Blackwell, Roland Shannon House, Doug Lee. Doug Lee taught me how to shoot because he was a left-hander.
Okay.
He may rest in peace, Doug Lee.
Yeah.
He taught me how to shoot with the left hand. Now I was left-handed too, though.
Okay.
But he's
natural
left hand. Yeah,
okay.
He used to come down and work with me. We just everybody just seemed like everybody just accepted you back then, bro. It's not like it is now.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, but you never like played organized sports in high school.
I went out for organized sports, but I didn't like it.
Okay.
I ain't cared for the coaching. I ain't any that I can't be coached, that I don't listen. At that time, it was Sensei, and I didn't care for him too much.
Okay. All right. How did you do in school? Were you?
I was an average student. I could have did better. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
I could have did better. I'm a lot smarter, but I just really didn't give it all effort.
All right. When you graduated, what did you once you graduated?
Once I graduated,
Mm-hmm.
I went to the state penitentiary after I graduated.
Okay.
I used to pay my sister to do my homework when I started hustling when I was 15 years old. So I used to pay her to do all my work. So she was already ready for the next year. She was a year behind me, so she was all ready for the next year.
Making her smarter.
Yeah, but after high school, I caught my first drug case in '91. I beat it. I thought I was untouchable. Caught my drug case in '93. Went to the state prison for 3 years. '96, when I came home, I was in a halfway house downtown Sharon. I was hustling the first day home.
Damn.
I didn't give it a break. I didn't give it no time. I was in a halfway house hustling.
You was ready.
Off and running. But I was young and I don't know, cocky, young, just dumb.
You making money.
Yeah.
I mean, not money. Money will call you, bro.
Yes, it will. It's an addictive thing too.
Facts. So you say you started at 15?
Yeah. We wasn't rich back then. My mom was cleaning houses for people, and my dad was doing side work for, like I said, he was remodeling the houses and stuff. And the stuff that we got just buried them with the bills and food. So I'm sitting around and I'm seeing all my friends with this, and that. Friend DJ, I talked to him. I said, man, what are you doing, man? What's going on? What's happening? And he pulled these out of his pocket, these rocks. He said, I want you doing this, and that. Yeah, show me how to do it. And he showed me. I saved up. I swear I saved up. Took me about 2 months to save up $20 to buy my first double up. I was off and running.
So do you feel you was pretty good at it?
Well, anybody can sell dope.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, anybody can sell dope. It ain't like starting no business from the ground up. As long as you got good dope, it's gonna sell.
Okay.
If you got the cheapest drinks in town at the bar and they're the strongest, your bar is going to be packed. Okay. Same thing with the drug gang.
Gotcha.
You just got to have it in you to do it.
Okay.
Some people, it's not for everybody.
I think you will have to have a little bit of wit, like you would have to be a little bit smart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to be a little bit smart. I just think some people is a little bit too dumb to be selling dope.
That's like I said, anybody can do it.
I got you.
But it's not for everybody.
I got you. I'm following you. Yeah. I'm following you. Anybody can do it, but it's not for everybody. I got you. Yeah. All right. So how did you get caught? What happened?
The first one, what you mean? The one I went to prison or the one I got away with?
Both.
The one I got away with, it wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
I was in the hospital for like a week. I had this thing called Steven Johnson syndrome. It's part of your throat. It's airborne disease, and you get it in your throat, and your throat closes up. So I'm in a hospital with tubes and everything. So how can I be on the corner hustling at the same date that you said I was in the hospital? But it wasn't me though. It wasn't me.
Yeah, fact.
But they wanted to arrest people who were selling dope so bad when they started hearing your name. Like we had Cleric and Caputo back then. They wanted to arrest me every day they seen me. They used to chase me away from Ravine. So I don't know how the warrant came out in my name or whatever, but that wasn't me. Second one, I did it. Second one, I went to a house on Market Avenue in Farrell, and the lady wanted a $50 rock. I knew the lady, didn't think she was police or nothing like that. Regular conversation me and her had. She wore a wire right between her chest. And we're just talking. So I did that and I left. When I left out, Caputo drove by. I sat in my car and I said, man, I just got a case. I don't believe this shit. I said, oh well, whatever. They come get me, they come get me. I was just talking.
Yeah, I never sold to this lady before.
Yeah, I sold to her before.
Really?
Yeah, sold to her in the past.
Oh, man.
Yep, knew her. But her and her husband, they just got a big settlement. So what I didn't know is they ran through all that money. They already owed the money out to other people. They owed other people maybe 5,000-6,000 before the check even came.
Already?
Yeah, they were just, people knew they was getting the check and they were just giving them stuff.
Oh.
So she got in trouble and was supposed to get some other guys. Instead, she got a few people that wasn't the people that was wanting their money. They wanted their money. So she didn't want to deal with them. So she decided to get everybody else.
Oh.
So I pled guilty because I knew I couldn't beat it. I was on wire and everything. They showed me the evidence they had against me. So I pled guilty. I got 18 to 36 months in the state prison. And this is not my first time going to jail. I did a little bit of county time here and there. But it's my first time really going out Pittsburgh Penitentiary, Western.
Okay.
So I was 19 years old.
Ooh.
And hit Western. It was like a shock. Because it brings out who you really are. Prison will bring out who you are. If you're a thief, you're going to steal in prison. If you're gay, you're going to be gay in prison. If you're solid, whatever, prison's going to bring out the real you.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, because then
it's going to expose it more.
It's going to expose it more.
How?
Because that's who you really are. Now you're in a situation where that's all I can be. Oh. So if you was an undercover gay dude out here in the street, down there, we're going to see it. We're going to see you talking to the dudes, this, and that. If you're a thief, you're going to steal. I don't know, it's just how it is. It brings out who you really are. Prison does. Yep.
Never heard that before.
When they closed Western down, they sent us all to Albion. Albion just opened up, brand new prison up close to Erie. And I was supposed to go home in 18 months, see the parole board. They told me that I haven't been in jail long enough for them to know who I am. So I told them respectfully, just don't come back and see me. I'll do the last 18 or I can go home. Because it's going to take them another year to come see me. Then they send me home. I'm going to be on a house arrest or probation. I just finished my time. I'll go home.
Because it was 36.
Yeah, 3 years. I got another 18 months left. Come on, I can do this. So I did that, came home to the halfway house. And I was out, no probation, nothing, just out. I had to do a few months in the halfway house.
So how was your time in there as a 19-year-old, Mike?
It wasn't bad. I'm not going to lie to you.
Really?
It wasn't bad. Like I said, when you go to prison, you're going to find what you want to find. If you want to be a gambler, you're going to find gambling. If you want to mess with the guys, you're going to do that. Me, I just hung with like people I knew from the street, from Farrell and Sharon, and we just played basketball in jail. We played.
So there was people you knew?
Yeah, it was a whole handful of people, yep.
Okay.
Yep,
okay.
so.
All right.
Then I came home, started hustling again.
Did the time seem like forever though?
Yeah, you got some long days in there. You do have some long days. You do. But sometimes like when you're into it. You're not thinking about the outside world and your girl and your babies and your family. When you're not thinking about that, your time goes. But when you're in there thinking about, damn, I wonder what my girl doing. I wish I could be there for my pops. He's sick right now. Your time's going to drag and go slow because you're sitting there stressing and worrying.
Do you hear from people?
Yeah, I got visits all the time. Yeah, my mom and one thing about my mom, they could send me to California. She gonna come see me.
Okay.
She gonna come see her son.
Now, this is what I've been told though. Sometimes people don't like visits because it
Messes up their time. Yeah, some people like that. Yeah, but I enjoyed my visits. I enjoyed them.
Okay.
Like I said, my mom and them used to come see me when I was up Albion. They didn't come down to Pittsburgh and see me. I didn't want them to come down there in that environment.
That was bad.
That was bad in the visiting room because you got dudes going behind the pop machines having sex with their girl.
Okay.
And I didn't want to expose my girl, my mom, and them to none of this.
Gotcha.
You know, because you're supposed to look at each other, mind your business, and my people not being no jail people, they'd have been looking.
Gotcha.
So
you don't want to deal
So
with
when
that.
I went to Albion, brand new jail, we started getting visits and stuff. It was all right.
Okay. All right. Facts. And so you don't have no problem. 36 months.
I did. You know, you're gonna run into some issues. You're in prison now. You're gonna run into some issues.
Okay.
I got into a fight over something I don't even eat. You can ask my sister, anybody. I don't eat pancakes. I don't eat donuts. So our boss, we was part of my job was janitor when I was in prison. Okay. I worked in the kitchen first. Then when I got my level drop, I was able to go as janitor and clean the visitor room. So the guard brought us a bunch of things of donuts, just for us, you know, being good and shit like that. Because in prison, that's how they reward you with food: pizza party, donuts, satisfy the inmates with some food because they're not getting good food.
Okay.
So I was like, man, I don't even want that, man. I don't eat that. I'm good. I'm all right. So dude left his donuts on the table and walked away. Muslim dude from Philadelphia, he walked away. Dude from Pittsburgh stole his donuts and told him that I took them.
Oh, wow.
Because I was big back then. I was heavy set.
Okay.
So fat boy took it. So me and the Muslim dude got into it over the donuts. And I'm trying, bro, I don't eat I don't eat them. I don't got your donuts. I don't know what to tell you. Got into it over some stuff I don't even eat.
Okay. And did you ever come to realize?
Nah, never apologized. Never. It was cool though. Just leave me alone. Stay away from me.
Okay. All right. As far as like your dismissal though, like as far as you checking out, no issues, no problems, no time to go. They just let you go.
What you mean when you go home?
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't had
time was up.
Yeah, they know you know when you're going home. They give you a date.
Oh, okay.
So you got dates when you go to jail. You got your release date, your halfway house date, your full-time date. They'll give you all your dates in the beginning of what you can do.
Okay.
So I had my full-time date, so
you knew.
I knew the day I was going home, yep. So they come get you that morning, take you to R&D.
And then you released the halfway house here in Sharon.
Yep, my family came pick me up and they drove me to the halfway house.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You were happy with that?
I ain't like the halfway house.
Yeah, I heard.
I ain't like it. I wanted to go back to jail.
Really?
Yeah, jail. I had more freedom.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Even though you're out in the community and you're out and about, you're only out for so much time, which is cool. I wanted to go home, spend time with my girl, my daughter. Boom. That was cool. But when you're in the halfway house, they don't talk to you like somebody who's trying to help you. They talk like they're doing you a favor. Like, I'm going to give you this free time, but you better behave. Boom, boom, boom. It's not like I didn't earn the free time. I earned it. I earned my free time to get out. So you're not giving me anything. But that's how they talk to you.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So more disrespectful.
Oh, bro, it's horrible down there.
Wow. Yeah, that's no longer there, right?
No, it's not there. A lot of guys just left and didn't come back. Like, some dudes are going their free time, be like, I'm not going back, man.
And what happened to them?
That's why they get arrested. If they got caught, I don't know if they got caught or not, but they do. They go back to the jail.
Okay, which was actually what they wanted.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah. Okay, and then so after those stints, then what? When
I got out, it took a little bit of time. Excuse me. But I did start hustling again when I got out of state.
Okay.
You know, like I said, I was hustling in the halfway house.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, 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 doing my thing. It just like seemed like I was never gonna get caught again. Like I was on just building up and building up and building up, more money, more this, more that, partying, hanging out, not worrying about a job, which cost me relationships with my girl, my daughter, stuff like that. It ain't cost me a relationship with my kids, but I was with her and we broke up behind me not spending no time with her and being in the streets and doing what I wanted to do.
Okay.
So I had to make a choice and I chose the streets.
Okay.
I really didn't choose the streets. She kind of like, this is what it is. So I had no choice. So, but I did so much and the feds got me this time.
Okay.
So 2003, I got a phone call. I was on my way to the Eastwood Mall. Had a female with me. We was gonna go shopping, and it was a federal agent on my phone telling me to turn around and come downtown Sharon to the police station. So what are you talking about? Who is that? Because I didn't know the number. So when I answered the phone, it says Tony's Pizza. How can I help you? He said, "Oh, Mr. Loudin, stop playing." I said, "What are you talking about?" This is federal agent such and such. Need you to turn around where you at and come to downtown Sharon Police Station and talk to us. I was like, man, fuck. Went down there, talked to them. They had a
rap sheet.
This long of conversations that I had on my cell phone and pictures of me at my house. I mean, they was like, you can see like my house on Hamilton Avenue. I had across the street with some bushes and stuff. And I can see the angles they was taking the pictures from. I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. They had all kind of stuff. So you got me down there and they said, well, this is what we need you to do. We want you to work with us, want you to get some more people, this, and that. We're going to give you a little bit of time to think about it. We're not going to arrest you today. I said, oh, I'm not being arrested today. And I got up and I walked out. I called my friend, told him what was going on, told everybody stay away from me, bro. I'm not the person you need to be around right now. So time went by. I'm going to say about maybe 2 months went by. And they came and got me. Well, I turned myself in for a warrant out of Mercer.
What was that for?
Child support.
Okay.
So I turned myself in for the child. Called. I said, hey, man, I'm sitting on such and such porch. This is me. I know you got a warrant for my arrest. Come get me. Okay. I didn't want them to run up in my family's houses and stuff.
Okay.
I didn't want the feds to kick in the doors, go in my sister's house, my mom and them house looking for me. Okay. So what I did, I turned myself in hoping to avoid that, which I did. Because the feds came and arrested me at Mercer County. And then I started doing, that's when I started all the 10 and a half years to come home. Yeah, they went down there, had an indictment reading, and went to trial. I didn't go to trial, I pled guilty. Because the person that got me was Wade Massey. Been dealing with him for a while. Grew up with him. Went fishing with him. Rode around, got drunk with him. So we're childhood friends. And he's the one that got me.
What do you mean he got you?
He wore a wire and he bought dope off me. First time he bought dope off me was in front of Kings and Queens. Not the first time. First time when he was working with the feds. He bought dope off me in front of Kings and Queens. The second one was down Wet Willie's. And he pulled in with a white dude. I was like, maybe dude just give him a ride. But they parked at the corner, and I was on the first one. They parked at the last one. So dude didn't see nothing. And when he did, I had a Cherokee at that time. I opened up the back of my Cherokee, and it was right there. And he put the money in, and he walked away. Wasn't no conversation. The first one was a conversation. When I was in front of Kings and Queens, we talked. Okay. And he was talking about how much it weighed and how much. So that he got me on that one. Mm-hmm. The second one they couldn't get me on because I didn't say anything. It was just an exchange, and he went about his business. Gotcha. So when I went to court, my lawyer, he said, look, if you go to trial, they're giving you 25 to life. He said, if you plead guilty, I can guarantee you 10 years. I said, come on with the 10, let's go.
And that's what you got?
10 years, 10 and a half years.
Now, did you do 10 and a half years?
I did most of my time because I wasn't eligible for any good time or nothing like that because I lost it in the beginning.
Okay. All right. Because I thought it was like some rule you do 75%.
Right. That's good time. That's good time.
Oh, is that what that is?
You have to earn your good time.
Oh, okay.
So I lost my good time because I had cell phones and everything in prison.
I got you.
And I was getting caught.
Okay.
So they'll take your good time. Me and a guard got into an argument, almost got physical, and they took away my good time.
Okay.
So I lost most of my good time in the beginning of my sentence. When I straightened up was when my dad died when I was in prison.
Okay.
So that's when I really started, okay, I need to do the right thing. I need to quit doing this dumb shit.
So 96 you get out. You're good up
Till
until
2003.
2003.
Yeah.
It's rolling.
Yeah. But you know, the dope game ain't like work. You know, you get them 40 hours, you're guaranteed them. Dope game, you're not guaranteed this money every day. Some days you got it, some days you don't. It's up and down. So it's not like a steady, strong. I don't care who you are. It's not no steady, strong. Every day you're building, you're building, you're building. You do build, but there's time when there's no dope. What you gonna do? There's a drought. There ain't nobody got no dope. What are you gonna do? So it's not.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah, but it ain't like a $25 an hour job either.
Yeah,
I mean, you
but you're,
got money,
yeah,
money.
you have money, but you're not guaranteed everyday money. A job, I love my job. Guaranteed money. I can all the overtime I want, guaranteed money.
Yeah.
And
That,
I got benefits and retirement plan.
yeah, I mean, I'm with you 100%.
My retirement plan was 10.5 years. I retired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. But that dope game is money, money.
Yeah, it is. Not like it used to be though.
I mean, even if okay, not now. You saying?
Not like it used to be. Back then it was some money.
Okay.
There's too much BS right now. Fentanyl, too much, all that crazy shit.
Yeah.
Too many people ODing and dying.
Oh my gosh, yes. Like, like all the time.
I mean, it's
Bro.
like people our age, and we're not old. People say, well, we're not old though, but people our age, when they do OD and pass away, it's like, man, he's had so much life left ahead of him.
Yeah, it's almost to the point now when you hear of somebody down our age, that's the first thing you be like, oh, they
Yeah.
got a hold of some shit with that fentanyl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But even that 10.5 I did, you ran across trouble. You still gonna run across trouble. You're just gonna argue. You're gonna fight. It's just.
Okay, now the 10.5. Where were you then?
10.5. My first spot, I was in Allegheny County Jail. Allegheny County Jail. They sent me to Hazleton, West Virginia. Now, Hazleton, West Virginia is a complex. What I mean by a complex, they got a United States penitentiary, they got a medium, they got a camp, and they got a women's prison on one mountain. The USP is at the top, and the medium is in the middle, the women's is across from the medium, and the camp is at the bottom.
What's a medium?
A medium jail is a USP is close to the highest one you can go to.
Okay.
Because you can go to a USP. The next step up is the ADX in Colorado, where it's underground and you don't see nobody.
Oh, okay.
But the United States Penitentiary is kind of like the highest you can go, where you're in there with people like John Gotti.
Okay.
Who was up there? Whatchamacallit? Whitey Bulger was up there when I was up there. He got killed in that prison. Matter of fact, Whitey Bulger got killed. They don't care about life in there. I was working in the kitchen and sitting there. The guard was sitting here. It was me and there's a dude from the cartel sitting right here. Now, I get along with most people. Some people I know who I can't talk to. I know who I can laugh and joke with. It's all political in the United States Penitentiary. It's geographical. It's political. Okay, if you're white, you're going to be with the whites, or this, and that. You know, it is like that. There's certain tables you can't sit at.
Okay.
Certain people you can't talk to.
Okay.
So, me, the guard, and the dude from the cartel was sitting right here. And I knew it was really serious is when he said to the guard, "Do you know why you go home at nighttime?" The guard said, "Yeah, to be with my family." He said, "No, because I let you go home." He said, "When I feel like it's not time for you to go home no more, I'm going to kill you." I looked. I said, "What I got myself into?" It was like they put guards in a trash compactor for searching too much.
Holy shit! No way.
If you get a chance, look up Hazleton. Then the point system dropped. I dropped down to the medium.
Okay, so you were at the USP.
Yeah.
For a drug violation, though.
But your point system, I've been caught so many times. In the feds, they go by everything that you've done, and your points go so high. Some people's in there shouldn't be in there in the USP. Some people shouldn't be in there, but they are. Dropped down. The point system dropped down. Went down to a medium. it got to the medium. I wasn't there long because the points dropped again because they was passing laws all the time. So from there I went to the camp.
Okay.
The camp was all right.
Okay.
That's when I started getting in trouble because the camp was no fence around it.
So you have freedom.
Nah, you just took your freedom really.
Okay.
Because from the camp, there was a hotel at the bottom of the hill where your people stayed at. You could just at nighttime after the count, just run down the hill, grab whatever you want to grab, your bag or whatever, and bring it on back. I mean, we was drinking Hennessy, we was eating food like street food all the time. It was just you had what you want. I had cell phones, everything in there.
Okay. But you would ultimately, if they catch you, you would get in trouble.
You get in trouble, yeah. They go to the hole for a little bit. They take your free time or whatever from you. Get a hearing and stuff, and they'll send you on back.
But you didn't accumulate points for it.
No, you didn't get good points for it. Yeah.
Okay, so actually, it was worth it, right?
Not really.
No?
Nah.
Okay.
Then from there, Hazleton, they sent me to McKean.
Okay.
McKean was I was up there with Wesley Snipes, the boy Biggs from Rockefeller Records. We had a lot of superstars up there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where's McKean? Is that PA?
Going towards Erie.
Okay.
It was in PA.
All right.
PA got a lot of prisons in it.
Okay.
State and federal.
All right. And so you said McKean was okay?
McKean wasn't bad. It was all right. It wasn't bad.
Okay. Is that where you finished up at?
Yep.
All right. And then got out. And now your dad passed away.
He passed away my first couple years, yeah.
While you were in
Hazleton, West Virginia. Yeah. He passed away the first couple years.
Were you allowed to go
I had a choice to either go to the hospital before he passed away or go to the funeral. So I wanted to talk to him.
Okay. So you went to the hospital?
Yeah.
And you got to talk to him?
Yeah, I got to talk to him.
Okay. All right. Were you satisfied with that?
I can't say that I am. I'm not satisfied because he passed away when I was there at the hospital. So I was letting him know that you raised a good dude. You raised a good man. I chose to do this other stuff on myself.
So it's not your fault.
It's not your fault, right? And that's not my mom or your fault. But this is who you raised. You raised a man. So the integrity and everything came from you.
Was he coherent enough to?
Yeah, he was shaking his head. I don't know if he fully understood it or not.
Okay.
But he was shaking his head.
Okay. Were you able to have that same conversation with your mother at any point?
Nah, not really, but my mom knew though. She knew what type of guy I was, and when I came home, she got to see me. When I came home from the feds, I was living with my mom, so she got to see what type of guy I was, and I wasn't doing. I was working, trying to find jobs and better myself. So she did see that.
Okay. Now, during the years of your hustling, how was your mom?
Oh, they didn't agree with what I was doing.
They didn't. You would hear her mom.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, they didn't agree with it, but there was nothing they really could do.
I gotcha.
You understand? So, but my mom and them didn't like it. My dad didn't like it, but I'm gonna tell you, when the first time I got caught, to go back, my first drug arrest was in '91, my senior year in high school. When I got caught, my dad said, "Shut your mouth and don't say nothing." So he was letting me know from there, you did what you did. Don't tell on nobody. Do your time.
Because he's been in trouble.
He's been there and done it right.
Yeah.
So you did this as a man, now man up.
All right. So then you saw him in the hospital. How much longer after that was it that he passed away?
He passed away when I was at the hospital with him.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He passed away at the hospital when I was with him.
Okay.
And the guard that took me down there, like, he's supposed to keep me in handcuffs and everything. When we got down there in the van, he took everything off. Okay. Sharon General Hospital, he took everything off on him. He said, dude, look, man, this is your dad. If you run, I'm still going to go to work tomorrow. But I'm going to trust you to do the right thing. You know, he was all right, though. He was like, he's supposed to keep me in the handcuffs, but he didn't. Okay. I was like, all right, man, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
And you said that was the moment that
when he kind of clicked in my head. I changed. It just ain't the same without my dad. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I be having moments where I be like, damn, am I doing good?
Even right now.
Yeah, right now, because I wasn't there for him. I wasn't there when he was sick. and all this and everything. I should have been there for him.
Because you
you
feel you're being selfish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, very selfish. I mean, with everybody, even with my kids, everybody, I was selfish with their time. I took it for granted.
Yep. All right. So, 2013 is that when you were released?
Yes, ma'am. Yep. Halfway house in Pittsburgh, the Renewal Center.
Okay.
Hated it.
In Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh.
Okay.
We don't got no halfway house for the feds up here.
Okay.
So when we get arrested, everybody goes to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So your number is going to be a 068 at the end of your number. Okay. That's Pittsburgh jurisdiction.
Gotcha.
So when you're in Baltimore or DC, it's 007. I forget what Cleveland, Ohio, and Youngstown. I forget their numbers, but your last three numbers, they're going to know where you're from because they're going to be on your shirt, and the last three, the hyphen with the last three, 068. Okay. That's Pittsburgh, Western District. All right. So got down to halfway house in Pittsburgh and had a couple guys from Farrell that I knew. It was all right because I had them down there with me, but they had Pittsburgh addresses, so they was going home every day. They wouldn't let me go home. Like they wouldn't even let me get a home visit or nothing. I had to sneak to Farrell on Sunday on my church pass. You only get a few hours. Okay. So you come home, eat with your family, and go right on back. But I said, man, I'm not doing this no more. It's a waste of time. I got a job down there. I was working at a restaurant called the Grand Concourse. You come out the halfway house, you walk across Smithfield Bridge. It's right there on the right. So I'm working. I'm thinking, I'm not getting all my money. I'm paying the halfway house rent and this and that. And I'm like, man, I was better off in prison. I have more freedom. I said, I'm not. I went back to the halfway house, and I was just playing around. I wasn't playing, but I made up this story. I told my counselor, look, if I go to work tomorrow, I'm going to stab this dude I work with. I said, I'm tired of going to work every day, and this man clowning me. He's making jokes about me being in prison, making jokes about me being in this halfway house. I said, I don't care. I did what I did. I said, but I'm tired of him keep reminding me of this. I said, so tomorrow if I go back to work, I'm going to stab him. He said, go to your room and wait on me. So I went to my room and started packing my shit because I knew they were going to call the sheriffs. I knew they were going to come get me and send me back. Boom, I'm packing my stuff. They called me down and they put me on house arrest. They sent me home on house arrest because I...
No kidding!
Yeah.
Dang, that worked for you.
I said, I worked out pretty deep. I said, I'll start doing this more often. Yeah, so they came back downstairs and they had the house arrest people down there. They said, man, we're going to send you a house arrest. They put me on house arrest. I was house arrest for 6 months.
Now, you didn't have to set up something with somebody, like, you didn't have to make arrangements with somebody for the house arrest?
I was already going to my mom's house, my parole.
Okay.
So everything was already set up. It was already set up to go there.
Okay.
So all they had to do, see, the federal system is different. Like they don't have to come to your house and put no box up and put anything in your house.
Okay.
They're gonna put a GPS bracelet on your ankle.
Yeah.
So they know where you're at all times.
Gotcha.
So if you move with that GPS bracelet, a computer's gonna go off that you're moving.
Gotcha. All right. So good for you. All right. So then you went home and then.
I got a job at Denny's when I went home. I got a job at Denny's working midnight shift.
Like kind of like right away.
Yeah, I as soon as I got on a bracelet, the next day when I came home, I was looking for work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't have anything. I didn't have no money, and then people were taking care of me. I'm the type that I don't like that.
Okay.
I always want my own. I got to have my own. I don't want to ask nobody, even though sometimes you do need help in life. Mm-hmm. But I'm the type that I don't like it. You can ask my wife to this day. When I pay the bills and everything and I'm kind of shortchanged and she tried, no, I keep your money. I don't want it. I'm okay. I'll be all right.
I'll just wait till next time, huh? So this Denny's right up here on...
That used to be up there. Yeah, I was working midnight shift up there.
Okay.
Yep. Then after that, I got a job I got off house arrest. I got a job in Ohio at a steel mill. They laid us off. It was a good job, too. You got paid every week. Good benefits, good money. It was all right. The work wasn't that. It was dirty work. Mm-hmm. But then they laid us off and they wasn't calling us back and they wasn't calling us back. And I didn't know anything about filing for unemployment. because I've never had a job. So I don't know anything about this. And I'm going to the thing, and they talking about, you ain't getting what unemployment checks are you guys talking about? They said, man, you got to call this number and apply for this. I called and applied, and I got lucky with this one, and they sent me a lump sum that I was supposed to get. They didn't have to do it. But I explained my situation to them. I said, look, man, I never had no job, man. This is my first time, this, and that. I will do it this time, but don't let it happen again. You got to call us every week. So I learned how to do the unemployment. And I'm learning stuff to this day still, but learned how to do that and everything. They laid us off. And to me, I don't think they was going to call us back. Now, I made the union and everything. I'm in the job. I'm good. But I don't think they're going to call us back. So a friend of mine called from jail. He lived in Furrow. He used to work at George Jr. He was like, man, go out there and apply for a job at George Jr. So, man, I'm not going out there, bro. So I'm not dealing with them badass kids. Time went by. I went out there, applied for the job. I got it. Best decision I made. To go out there and work with these kids.
What year was that?
It was 2018, I think. 17 or 18.
See that?
Yeah.
You've been there all this long.
No, so it was 2017.
Yep. So 7 years?
Going on 8, yeah.
Best decision you ever made.
Yep.
And there was no issues with your history.
You have to be, how I want to say this, out of jail for a year before you can go through the clearances.
Okay.
You know, so you can go through your background clearances and everything like this. They want to see what you do for a year. Okay. So I was home a few years and applied out there, and I got the job. Okay. Yeah. The only position they had open out there was a cook on the weekends. So I would go Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I do a 16 on Saturday, a 16 on Sunday, and 8 on Monday. The rest of the week I was off. But my wife, me, like I said, I ain't gonna make it. I said, my patience ain't good with these kids doing this and doing that. I said, my patience, I know I'm gonna hurt one of these motherfucking kids if they touch me. You know what I'm saying? So, but it never happened though. It never happened. Me and this one kid from Philadelphia sat down one day and we was talking. I said, bro, what you gonna do when you go home? He said, you wanna be honest with you? I said, yeah, be honest, tell me. He said, I'm gonna go home and hustle. I said, I appreciate it. I said, let me tell you a story. And I told him my story. I said, bro, it ain't worth it, man. You're gonna be in and out of these places the rest of your life. He went home and he started working at Walmart. But you get some kids out there that go home and do the same thing. Mm-hmm. Just like us, when we come out of jail, we do the same thing.
Mm-hmm. I guess they just got to learn that moment too.
Like I told him, I can tell you from experience what I went through and what happened. You listen. If you don't, hey.
Right. I hope you listen so you ain't got to experience it, but
some of I get phone calls about kids doing good. Like some kids will call me and ask for me, direct a call to my building. Man, I'm doing good. Got this dude named Will. He lives in Florida now, but he had to move out of the state so he can do. But he had to change everything. He was doing so much messed up stuff, stealing cars and breaking houses. He was doing so many messed up stuff. So he moved to Florida. He got a girl. He got a baby. He's working. They got a house. They're about to get married. So that's the kind of stories I like to hear.
Yeah.
But I also get the stories where they go home and they get killed. When they're doing the wrong things and they're still in the gangs and this and that. Them are the ones I don't want. But you about know which ones it is, though. Man, this dude. You can tell. Yeah, you can tell, but don't want them calls, though.
Yeah. How big of a change was it for you to have to go to work?
It was a big change. That's the hardest thing to do, punching in that time clock. I'm sure that was waking up, just when you're used to doing what you want to do, like
you were your own boss.
You sleep all day. Mm-hmm. I don't have to come outside the house today. I'm gonna stay in the house all day. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get on an airplane and go to Los Angeles. Do what I want to do. So, but just waking up, going to work every day. I told them kids, I said, this is hard work. All you do is come here and you laugh with us and you joke with us. I said, man, waking up out that bed and just coming here is hard work. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Mm-hmm. and you being your own boss.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now you got somebody telling you what you got.
Exactly.
That's a big difference.
Then there's still structure you got to follow because we got to follow the guidelines from the welfare department. We got to follow child care and CARF and all kind of stuff we got to follow. We got to make sure we in them guidelines while we're talking to the kids.
But like you said, at least now you got it's structure.
Yeah.
You know when your paycheck coming in,
Yeah.
you know how much you're getting.
Yeah.
You got that 401k and that retirement and benefits and
that's something you can fall
way
back on.
Better.
It is. I'm not gonna lie, it is.
Man, it's way better than that what if and
if I get pulled over, I'm in trouble. And I know it's just better than way better than that. I ain't got to worry about 5 o'clock in the morning them kicking in my door arresting me no more.
Yep. That stress is gone from that.
I got pulled over about say 2 weeks ago. Over here at this Lux, I got pulled over. I was coming out of Keyshawn's. I didn't use my turn signal. So they jumped behind me and they pulled me over. I felt so relaxed knowing I didn't have anything in my truck. Knowing that I was clean, that, okay, you can search, I don't care what you do. But then when they ran my name, it took 3 more cruisers for me to get out my truck, put handcuffs on me.
Really, Mike?
Yeah, so they can, I said, what are you doing this for? For your safety and ours. I said, whose safety? I said, look in your computer and see if I've been charged with anything violent. They said, no, you never have been.
Twice. So whose safety?
Yeah, so whose safety? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I just said, okay. And I was on my way to work. I was on my way to midnight shift. So let me not start nothing. Let me go ahead and get out these handcuffs and go to work.
Wow. Do you see that a lot? Does it happen to you a lot? Do they mess with you?
I'm going to tell you what. When I didn't have driver's license and I was selling dope and doing all this, they used to mess with me. I came home and I was in a halfway house down in Pittsburgh. Let me go ahead and see what I got to do to get my license back. Walked in there. I said, man, what I got to do to get my license back? Went through the computer. You got such and such amount of money? I said, yeah. He said, we'll get the money. Want to come back? I'll give them to you. My suspension and everything was already done. Like I had a license when I was 16, but I never renewed them.
Okay.
So for me doing that kind of helped me out. I didn't have to go through taking a test over and driving tests, none of that. They'd always been suspended. Now the suspension was up. They got my license back.
Okay. I
think it was like $46 and some cent. I forget what it was. Go get the money or come back. Called my mom. I said, you never guess what I got in my hand right now. She said, what? I said, my driver's license. She said, you're bullshitting me. She said, you ain't never had no license. Yeah, but since I got my license, that might be the second time I got pulled over.
Okay. Right.
And I think because they don't know who I am and they see a white dude in the neighborhood and they just want to see who he is.
Okay.
Because they didn't give me no violation for the turn signal. I got pulled over one time on Romer Boulevard. They said I ran a stop sign. Nobody runs a stop sign on Hamilton and Romer.
Right.
That's a bad area.
Right.
So I was with my stepdaughter. And they pulled me over. And she seen how they treated me. And they got me out the car and everything. And they didn't give me a ticket then. So like I tell her, they just seen who I am. These new cops don't know who I am. They see me and you together. They probably think we're riding around getting high. The white dude and the black chick. Cause
looking for dope.
Right, something. Yeah. And then they run my name through and they see all this other stuff and don't know what to think. But every time I've been pulled over, backup has been called. Not for me being wild or cursing. Cause I'd give them.
Just after they run your name.
And they find out right.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So it's not like you do your time. Your time still continues when you're out here.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No reason for that.
But it's always going to be like that, though. It's always going to be like that. We got some cops. There's good and bad. Good and bad people, good and bad cops. So it is what it is. Depends on how you deal with it. I could have been an asshole and cussed them out both times. Mm-hmm. Like I used to cuss the police out. I used to let them have it.
Yeah. Back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah. Mm-hmm. But it depends on how you deal with it.
Yeah.
Worst they can do is give me a ticket. Because I'm not going to give them a chance to lock me up.
No, that's right.
I'm not going to do anything.
Ever again.
No, I'm not going to do nothing for them to lock me up.
Nope.
I got it pretty good right now. I got a good wife. I got a good job.
No, who are you married to?
Rosalind Loudon. Rosalind.
Yeah, Rosalind.
Yeah.
Used to be Rosalind Malloy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
India's
you and her
sister.
have been together for a long time.
Well, it's been 10 years coming up. September 20th will be 10 years we've been married.
I got that. Okay. All
Now,
right.
we messed around before I went to prison. We
Okay.
dated, but it really wasn't nothing real serious. Went on a few dates and we talked and everything. And I got locked. When I came home from the federal bit, I got off house arrest. It was my friend's birthday. His birthday is March 2nd. It was me, him, and a few other guys. We was in a bar. We was in Rascals. We was drinking. And I just happened to turn, and she walked through the door of the bar. She walked up, spoke to me and everything. And, Facebook bad boy. I friended her on Facebook later on that night, and we texting back and forth, and just led from there. Yeah.
Now, do you and her have any children together?
No.
Okay.
But grandkids is our grandkids. The kids is me and her. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I don't treat hers no different than mine.
How many children do you have?
2.
Okay. How many does she have?
3.
Okay.
Yeah. And all together we got 13 grandkids.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else you want to add? Is your mom still living?
No, my mom passed away a few years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. She had irritable bowel syndrome, and it turned into an ulcer, real bad ulcer. Went to the hospital. Came back from the hospital. Still said she still felt weak, so she went back in the hospital. The morning that we were supposed to go pick her up, she passed away. So I don't understand how she went from being released from your hospital to passing away.
Just like
he said they healed up. They got the ulcer pretty much closed up, but it busted back open, and she bled to death that night. I don't know. I was kind of, if I probably was going to jail, I was going to be to jail that day, because I did tell the doctor, get away from me. You don't want to be next to me right now. Go talk to someone. I wanted to punch him in his face. I did. I wanted to hurt that doctor. So it was kind of like, when she passed, I don't know, it ain't been the same for me, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, because you miss her, and still going through about your dad.
Yeah.
And now you had mentioned about that rare.
That Stephen John, it's just airborne disease that you get.
Do you still have that?
No.
So it was just a temporary thing.
Yeah, temporary thing. Like it just.
It's like a virus. Almost.
It's a virus that very few people catch.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, Stephen Johnson syndrome. I couldn't believe it.
And it closes your throat. It closes your throat.
Yep, your throat is just closed up, like now allergic reaction.
Yeah.
Like that.
Wow.
Yep.
All right. Is there anything else? Now, do you fish?
I used to fish. I ain't been fishing in a while. I used to fish.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking about me and my stepson Vaughn. We talking about going this summer with his grandson. Well, his son, my grandson, his son.
And you were telling me about Dickie White.
Yeah, old Dickie White.
Yep, I remember playing basketball with you and Dickie White back at the Bureau Club.
Yeah, the Bureau. I missed
Y'all taught me a lot. Y'all taught me a lot. You talk about people taught you how to shoot. You taught me how to shoot. You taught me how to shoot that 3-pointer. So yeah, y'all took me under y'all wing at the Bureau Club. Let me play on the team. So I attribute a lot to y'all.
Appreciate it.
And you were telling me Dickie White, he doing good.
He's doing good right now. He's getting himself together. He's doing good right now. He's gonna be all right.
All right. Yep. Let's let the people know Dickie White doing good, y'all. All right, Mike. Tell the people peace out.
Peace.
Hey, we thank you so much for joining us.
Anytime.
This story was dope, and we thank you for sharing.
Yep. Anytime.
All right.
Yep. Bye bye.